Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we're going to be diving into a story from one of my Patreon sponsors, Elliot and Evelyn, who wanted a story where you go to a planet that has a bunch of sloths with superpowers. It's the kind of story that as soon as I heard the idea, I really wanted to make it. And then, because it's Halloween week right now, at least in my mind, I decided to incorporate that into it a little bit. Now, Elliot and Evelyn, I don't know if you guys actually go out for Halloween or anything like that. It's really big where I am in Canada, but I put it in the story anyways, so I hope you like it. If you like the podcast, the best way to support us is to rate us and review us wherever it is you're listening, or share it with friends, or, join us on Patreon. But now, it's time to get as comfy as you can in that bed, close your eyes, and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. You find yourself flying through space, sitting on the couch in the living room of your high-tech spaceship. Interesting planet detected. Comes a voice from sort of everywhere at once. The voice of Spaceship, your good friend and the artificial intelligence that runs the ship. What is it, you ask? I believe it is an interesting jungle-covered world full of sloths. You mean like those creatures that move really, really slowly and climb trees? You ask. Yes. However, these sloths are often not as slow. My space probes indicate that all of the sloths on this planet have an interesting genetic anomaly which gives them superpowers. It does what now? It gives them superpowers. Spaceship repeats. You mean like there's a bunch of sloths that are superheroes? Yes. In fact, many of the sloths with superpowers have taken on that role. My initial assessments demonstrate that the sloths have developed a unique mechanism in their cells to absorb solar energy. This excess solar energy manifests itself in different powers: super strength, the ability for flight, and normally an additional energy-based ability. Well, Spaceship, I don't think we can pass that up. Set a course for the super sloth planet, or whatever we're going to call it. Understood. Course set. Spaceship jumps to super hyperdrive for just a moment, and then drops out, floating above a large, lush, green and blue planet. You jump into the command seat to get a very good look at the planet as you go. As you fly towards the atmosphere, 5 dots of light suddenly float up from the planet and out into space. As the dots get closer to the ship, you start to make out their form. Sloths. Flying sloths wearing superhero costumes. "Attention, ship," one of the voices says. "We are the elite sloth justice squad. If you come in peace, you are welcome. However, if you are an enemy, be prepared to face our wrath. I am Solar Sloth. I have the ability to shoot lasers from my hands and from my eyes. Powerful lasers that can break through almost any shield.
beside me is Blaze.
The sloth beside the main sloth seems to be covered in a wreath of fire.
Blaze can create the same heat as the sun itself, and, of course, shoot fireballs. Beside him is Frostbite.
Another sloth dressed in an all-blue superhero costume that seems to be radiating cold.
Frostbite can freeze anything. Next to him is my friend Bolt.
The next sloth superhero is covered in all kinds of crackling electricity.
Just by looking at him, his power is probably obvious. Lightning. Then there is Growth.
The last sloth doesn't have any obvious powers at first, until he suddenly starts to grow. Larger and larger and larger, until there's a flying sloth much bigger than the spaceship itself.
Again, I believe his power is obvious. Now, state your intentions, or prepare for battle.
Spaceship, put me on speaker or whatever. Understood. Speaker on. You introduce yourself and tell the sloths, we come in peace. We're just kind of explorers from the planet Earth that, travel around the solar system.
Interesting. The planet Earth. And do you have any superpowers?
The sloth asks. You think about that for a moment. In some ways, you actually have a lot of superpowers. You can turn into anything. There was that time you got the magic cards. You learned magic. And, well, you definitely have technological powers. Yes, you say. I have the power of technology. Magical technology.
Ah, interesting. Well, if you come in peace, you are welcome. We will guide you to our base.
The sloths sort of gesture you to move forward and begin to fly slowly. You put the spaceship back in gear, pressing forward on the thrusters, and you follow the sloths down through the atmosphere, deep below the clouds, until you come to a gigantic jungle city. A jungle city of massive trees, floating crystals, and candy. Candy growing everywhere. Candy growing out of the trees, out of the ground, out of the bushes. It looks very, very tasty. The sloths lead you to a large central tree. A tree as big as a skyscraper on Earth, with all sorts of different openings up through the trunk, and branches sticking out in all different directions.
This is our training ground,
one of the sloths explains. They land on a large platform at the very top of the tree, one built out of wood. Spaceship lands gently beside, and the back hatch opens. You walk out to meet the sloths in person for the first time.
Welcome, Earthling, the sloths say. Welcome to our base. This is where the best of our sloths train to become part of the elite Sloth Justice Squad. We will show you around.
Inside the tree is like the inside of a giant apartment building as well, only each level of this one seems designed to train different superpowers. You pass a group of sloths who seem to be learning super speed, darting around from place to place very, very quickly. You pass more sloths with ice powers and fire powers, sloths that seem to be able to command nature itself, and even sloths that seem to be practicing teleportation, zipping from one place to another. And no matter where you go, the sloths seem to be eating candy. Candy bars, chocolate bars, gummies, caramel. So you guys eat a lot of candy, huh?
What is candy?
The main sloth, Solar Sloth, asks. That's candy. On my planet, it's not considered to be very good for you.
Interesting. This is food for us. We eat it because we need it.
A voice from your watch interrupts.
I believe I may have an answer.
Well, on Earth, consuming large amounts of sugar is not particularly good for the human body. On this planet, the sloths all have advanced and hyperactive metabolisms. Foods high in sugar content would be essential for their growth and general well-being. So the sloths can eat whatever they want?
Essentially, yes, Spaceship says. However, I do not recommend it for humans.
Oh man, being human's no fun. I want to be a super sloth. You respond.
That is technically possible. Using your transmorphifizer, you could choose to scan one of the sloths and transform into it.
That's right, I could. Solar Sloth? Do you mind if I scan you and use my technological powers to, transform into you?
That is interesting. I will allow it just to see what you mean.
You hold your watch up, flip to the transmorphifizer screen, and hit scan. A bright yellow light shines out and scans Solar Sloth. DNA acquired. Would you like to transform? You hit the yes button, and soon a strange tingling sensation starts to pass through your body. Your body suddenly feels less solid and begins to reorganize itself, growing out your long arms and legs until you have the same body and somehow the same costume as Solar Sloth. When the transformation completes, you feel very weak for some reason. You drop down towards the ground.
What is wrong?
Solar Sloth asks. I don't know. I just feel really weak.
Ah, interesting. Perhaps you have not had a chance to absorb the sunlight. Come with me.
Solar Sloth picks you up, throws you over his back, and flies up through the base and out to the main landing platform again. As soon as you get outside, you feel the warmth of the sun hit your fur and your skin. And suddenly, it's like a bolt of electricity shoots through your body. Your muscles grow stronger and just continue to grow stronger and stronger and stronger. An overwhelming sense of power passes through all of your muscles. You feel like you could shoot beams of sunlight out of your hands. And, strangely, you start to sort of float up off of the ground. What's happening? You say, waving your arms around, trying to catch your balance. And as you wave, you accidentally unleash a solar laser blast that shoots up towards the sky.
Interesting. You seem to have developed your solar absorption powers, and you seem to have the same powers as me, Solar Sloth.
Solar Sloth floats up in the air, grabs you, and pulls you down.
The only thing to do now is to train.
You slowly regain your bearings and find that you can let go of your flight muscle, or whatever it is, and land on the ground once more. You still feel immensely powerful, and as if lasers want to shoot out of your hands and eyes for some reason. But you keep it together long enough to follow Solar Sloth into the base once again, down the stairs, and into another training area.
This is my training area, an area built for people like me. Super strength, laser abilities, and flight. The walls are reinforced with solar deflectors, which will allow your power to be absorbed into our energy field, feeding the base rather than destroying it. I suggest we get the whole laser thing down first. Now, shooting lasers is mostly about focus. Focus first on the body part you would like to shoot lasers from. Imagine the power moving through your body to that part. I will use my hand.
Solar Sloth lifts up his hand and points it at the wall.
Now, imagine a beam of light shooting out of your hand and hitting the wall. When you are ready, all you must do is relax your muscles.
Super Sloth, to demonstrate, blasts a huge ray of energy directly at the wall, which seems to absorb it somehow. You lift your hand up and attempt the same thing, imagining the power moving through your body, through your arms to your hand, until there's a strange sensation of power pulsing in your palm. You then aim your hand and allow the power to release. A beam of laser shoots out and hits the wall as well. Cool. You try with your other hand and successfully fire a laser. Then you focus on your eyes.
Very good. Your eyes are the most accurate of lasers. Whatever you focus on with your eyes is what will be hit. Watch this.
Super Sloth throws a coin up in the air and then blasts it with his eye beams.
Now, you try. Focus on the target over there.
Across the room is a large target. It looks like an archery target. You focus on the center, allow the energy to build up and move towards your eyes. Then, as you relax, a beam of light shoots out and blasts the exact center of the target. You continue to practice your lasers for a little while until Solar Sloth decides it's time to move on.
Now, we will practice your super strength. Over here, we have weights that are much too strong for normal sloths or normal humans or whatever you are to carry. But if you truly have my power, it should be no problem.
Solar Sloth reaches down, grabs a huge barbell and lifts it up into the air. You reach down, grab the barbell, try to pull it up, but nothing happens. It seems stuck to the ground.
Interesting. Now, you must activate your super strength by allowing the same power to pass into your muscles. It's very similar to what you did with the lasers, only instead of releasing, you hold it in.
You try that, allowing your muscles and your arms and legs to fill up with that same power sensation. Soon enough, they do. You reach down, grab the super ultra heavy barbell, and lift it up in the air with ease.
Very good. Now we must work on flight. Flight is more about allowing yourself to lift off of the ground. Most sloths can in fact fly on this planet. Just imagine yourself letting go of your weight, allowing your body to soar up into the sky.
You try to do just that, closing your eyes and imagining yourself lifting up off of the ground like you did before. It doesn't take very long for you to find that same sense, that flight sense you had before. And sure enough, you begin to float.
Now, it is mostly about your mind. You will go where you imagine yourself going.
Strangely, it sounds a lot how your super-powered suit works. So, you imagine yourself floating forward, and you do. You float backwards, you float up, down, side to side. It's almost as natural as walking.
Now, let us go for a test flight. Follow me.
Solar Sloth flies up the stairs, and you zoom after him. Up out of the huge training base, the gigantic tree, and high above the colossal, jungle that makes up the place. You follow Super Sloth as he zips up through the clouds, does loop-de-loops, and flies back around. After a little while, you land back at the base.
Very good. Now, I suggest we celebrate with a little food.
He grabs a basket that's full of, chocolate bars. They're not named with the same brands they have on Earth, but they're clearly chocolate bars. You unwrap some of them and take a bite. They taste even better than they do when you're human. In fact, you can't stop yourself. You eat chocolate bar after chocolate bar before getting into some sour gummies. All of them are absolutely delicious. Wow, this reminds me of Halloween, you say.
What is Halloween?
Solar Sloth asks, and the other sloths, the other part of the elite justice squad, move in and listen carefully. It's like it's not a holiday exactly, but it's like a celebration, and I'm sure it started for other reasons, but these days, the main thing is you dress up in a costume, like a superhero or something, and you go from house to house, knock on the door, say trick or treat, and people just give you candy.
Interesting.
Solar Sloth looks at the others.
We would like to see this ritual, this Halloween ritual.
Okay, I guess we could do that. It is tonight after all, you realize. And, we have basically the perfect costumes, you say, looking down at your sloth arms and hands. Follow me. You float up into the air and blast out of the base once again to where Spaceship is waiting. The back hatch opens up, you walk inside and say, "Spaceship, activate the portal back to Earth." Understood. A little hatch in the ground of the ship opens up, and a large metal circle slowly rises up out of it. The circle powers up and glows with a bright blue energy that looks, kind of like water. Follow me, you say, zipping through the portal. You find yourself flying through a long wormhole, a large, colorful tunnel that zigzags left and right, up and down, kind of like the world's coolest slide. Eventually, you fly out the other side and find yourself in a shed. A shed that Spaceship built long ago outside your home to house the portal. You open up the front door to the shed as the other sloths fly out. "Well, this is Earth. Here, everyone," you say, handing each of them a pillow sack. "We can use these to collect candy. Luckily, it's already getting dark, so people shouldn't see us flying around. We'll go from neighborhood to neighborhood using our superpowers and knock on as many doors as we can." You close the door to the shed and blast up into the air. The other super sloths follow behind. You zip over to a nearby neighborhood, land behind a tree, and make your way to the first door. You knock, the door opens, and you all yell, "Trick or treat!" The woman standing at the door holding a bowl of candy looks sort of shocked at first. "Oh my, those are very impressive costumes. Super sloths, I would have never thought of that. Here, you deserve a lot of candy." She gives each of you a handful of candy, and you make your way to the next neighborhood. Door after door, shocked people who think you have really great costumes give you handfuls of candy. When you're done with that neighborhood, you move on to the next, using the power of flight to make the transition very quick. By the end of the night, you float back down in front of the shed, holding a pillow sack that is barely holding itself together, full of all sorts of candy. Probably the biggest candy score you've ever gotten. "Well, you guys ready to go home?" you ask.
"Yes, I want to try this Earth candy,"
Solar Sloth says. You lift open the door to the shed, power on the portal once again, and jump through it. Making your way through the same colorful wormhole until you pop out the other side on Spaceship, who's still parked on the Super Sloth planet. You head inside the base with the other Super Sloths, and you begin unwrapping the candy. Chocolate bars, chips, sour gummies, suckers, pop, and anything else you'd been able to score. Luckily, in your sloth form, your body seems to absorb the candy rather well, something that would not happen as a human. After depleting most of the bag, you and the other sloths let out a big burp.
"I believe it is time for bed,"
Solar Sloth says. And one by one, they all make their way to large hammocks that are just sort of hanging from the ceiling.
"Huh. There is one for you too. Sloths like hammocks."
"Interesting," you say. You float up towards the ceiling and make your way into one of the hammocks. Sure enough, your sloth body feels extremely comfortable in the hammock. You close your eyes and you slowly sway back and forth. With each breath, your body sinks into the, hammock a little bit more. Your muscles fully relax, your eyes close, and your mind slowly wanders off to thoughts of new dreams, new adventures, and new sloth superpowers to come. Good night, everyone.